we'd be signing off on this. There's really there's no financial ask or anything of that nature, but I just wanted to kind of let everybody know that we were approached with this, and that unless there's any objections, I can proceed with sending a letter of support.
Great, thank you, Mr. Charnovich. And it does make perfect sense because it gives some funding so that we're not just working on the walkable watershed and addressing the stormwater needs, but actually having a piece that addresses community education and engagement. Oftentimes we do these projects, but don't do the best job maybe engaging the residents. And so this would help with that educational piece. And maybe even working in a piece where we can engage our students as well. So I think it's a great idea, but just want to give the rest of the team a chance to offer any sort of input. Okay, I'm watching your head, Councilmember Blunt. Okay, all right, Councilmember Brown. Okay, Councilmember Rout, any thoughts or questions about the letter of support?
No, I'm in full support.
Okay, Councilmember McBride.
I concur, full support.
All right, perfect. Thank you all for that input. And then Mr. Rich, back to you for the letter of support for a sensitive issue here for those of us who commute to the district on Bladensburg Road.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. I must say, when this hit my inbox and my desk, I did not know much about this topic. But for the sake of everybody on the call, the town administrator of Cottage City reached out to me asking for the support of all the poor towns, including Bladensburg, related to this area of the Dueling Creek Bridge that I think they are trying to work with the State Highway Administration to fix up. It's in need of disrepair and it's in poor condition, and they're seeking assistance and support from kind of leveraging their leveraging all their ducks in a row to try and get support to fix this bridge. I did try and find a picture to provide to the council, but I heard back from their town administrator today, unfortunately. Mr. Gray, are you able to allow me to share my screen if I have time? I could pull up a picture that the town administrator sent me today. Although Mayor, the way you explain, I think everybody's familiar with it. So maybe I don't need to, but
I'm just curious, wow, you're getting ready to pull that up. Does anyone else commute to the district along Bladensburg Road? Councilmember Rout, do you? Brown, yes, okay.
You're good.
Oh, thank you, sir.
We have so many residents that commute though, so as well.
Exactly.
Are you able to see that or no, everyone?
No.
Mr. Gray, it says host disabled participant screen sharing. I get a message whenever I click it.
Yeah, I missed the names change when people start talking, so it switches. So you're good to go.
Thank you, sir. There we go. Can we see that?
Yes, we can see it.
So that's the image of what the town administrator sent me when I asked her to send a photo of what they're trying to do. And I guess, I'm not sure how long it's been this way, but it sounds like it's been this way for a while. And their community has major concerns about the way that it's conditioned. So
for years, it's been that way for years, 6, 7, 8, 10, 50, 100 million years.
Oh my
100 million. Thank you for that perspective, Councilmember Brown.
That's a lot of years.
That's a lot of
years.
And
I mean,
it's
too long.
I totally agree. And it is painful every time we have that traffic bottleneck right there. I'm just trying to pass through. So I just want to go around the room and make sure I saw heads nodding, but can you all just like say, yes, you agree to support the letter, or, okay, Councilmember Blunt, I see your hand.
Yes.
McBride,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, I agree
Yes.
to support the letter, and maybe something else in consideration is right across the street. It's not blocking that lane, but that pedestrian bridge is closed as well. So residents have to drive out in the street because they have one right adjacent, right across from there. So I don't know why they're not addressing both of them, because you can't cross on that side either where the
Yeah,
bridge is. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's
that,
just, something
that's
that.
something we can follow up with Comar Manor on, since this letter of support is just for Cottage City. I'm not sure if Comar Manor, they may be working on it on their side as well, but this is just addressing the portion that is
So
within the
this side of
city,
the street is in this side of the
Cottage
street
City,
in Cottage, okay.
correct, yeah. But it looks as though everyone's on
Yeah.
the same page in terms of supporting the letter. Mr. Charnovich, thank you for this image, which makes me shudder as I think about the morning commute this week. I know our time has expired. Councilmember Rout, you have one final comment?
Yeah, do we know who a point person at SHA that they're working through? Because we can can we, since we're signing on, our brick in front of the library is dangerous. And so that's also SHA on 450, right in front of our new library. The brick that's inside of the road, like in the crosswalk, there's like missing brick pieces. It definitely is dangerous. So I don't know if we can like throw that in there because it's 450,
So, yeah,
Just trying.
or Officer Reinhardt, if that's something you could help us with, I know that was not necessarily on the agenda, but it is a concern for residents as well. If you could just help us figure out who we need to reach out to in order to ask for some repaving with the brickwork in that crosswalk.
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
it may already be on the horizon just because they're finishing the library. They may want to do that piece first before branching out and fixing it. But if you could just help us, we would appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am, I'll take care of that.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for the fruitful discussion there about the letter of support for Dueling Creek Bridge in Cottage City. The next item we have on the agenda is the Metropolitan Washington Council of Government appointments for 2023. They did reach out and ask that we get them our committee assignments as quickly as possible. So Rich did let them know we were meeting today and would talk through them in tonight's agenda. Mr. Charnovich, do you want to walk us through the discussion for the committee assignments?
Sure, I can, Mayor James. Bear with me one moment. Drowning in paper over here. All right. So, Mayor, maybe a way to do this could be, just trying to think of the most efficient, effective way. Perhaps we could start with the page that was provided in the packet that has the 2022 appointments. Did everybody a chance to see that? It had the yellow. Oh yeah, there we are. Thank you, Mayor. So that one already shows our 2022 appointments, and maybe we could just use that as a framework to set up our 2023s if there are any changes or whatnot. Does that maybe make sense?
Great idea. So you want to start with Region Forward?
Yeah, sure. So that one's me. Yay. But I think I mentioned to you on the phone, Mayor, that I was appointed to this particular committee last year, but I will say that I did not hear from anyone about the committee. So I don't know what happened with that committee, but I did want to point out that I did not attend any meetings because I was not reached out to attend any. I'm happy to stay on it. That particular topic interests me. Regional development, region-wide thinking, things of that nature is an area that I'm versed in, and I do enjoy it. So I would be willing to stay on that unless certainly if the town council members want to be on it, I will step aside for a town council member or you, Mayor. But if not, I'm glad to be on it. Hopefully they contact me again. Hopefully they contact me, period, this year.
And I think it's worth mentioning that when you return the list back to them, to just, things can happen, human error, but just letting them know you didn't hear from anyone this
Yep.
year and you're excited to be a part and just want to make sure that someone follows through with you.
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I think
Sure.
last time at this point last year, I was here about a month. So I just started here about a month before this, or month and a half. So my feet were very, very new in the fire.
Got it. And then, so for Human Services Policy Committee, we have Councilmember Blunt, and alternate is Chief Collington. You want to stay on, Councilmember? Okay, Chief, are you willing to stay on as well? Okay. All righty. And then for CBC, I am on that committee. Unless anyone wants to knock me off, I do enjoy that. I'll cross through the alternate since that person is no longer employed with the town. But if anyone else is interested in participating, happy to have you on there too. Don't jump all at once. Chesapeake Bay and Water Resources Policy. We have Councilmember Brown there with Officer Reinhardt. Are you all good with that assignment, or are you just done? Okay, heads are shaking yes, perfect. And then Food and Agricultural Regional Member Policy Committee, Councilmember McBride, how are you feeling there?
I'll stay.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be her alternate. I think
okay.
I think I was delivering a baby when you guys were choosing me.
Yep. You had a busy night that night in 2021.
Here, I was a little busy, a little.
But I think
Thank you,
that is,
Councilmember Rowe.
yeah, that is good. So we have them all firmed up. So Mr. Charnovich, did you capture all of that?
Thank you, Mayor. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but I believe the only change was the last one for the alternate for Council Member Rout to add her to the Food and Agriculture. Is that the only change from last year? And to remove the alternate in the climate energy.
Exactly.
So those two items.
Yep.
And at the community service.
Service.
Which one did you have me on?
We have you down, Chief, for Human Services Policy Committee.
Yep.
Is that still
That's the one I
good?
enjoy. Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Mr. Charnovich, if you don't mind just circling back with them. And one thing that I do appreciate about COG is how organized they are. They try to hold the meetings at the same frequency. So like with CPC, it's every other month. But the other chart that's included in the package just has the general meeting dates and times, so you can at least plug them on your calendar early, just to make sure you don't forget, because I know we all get busy during the course of the year. But again, Mr. Charnovich, thank you for circling back on that. So we have come to the end of our agenda for tonight's work session. So if there are no other announcements, I will call for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Rout. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember McBride. Any discussion or anything else for the good of the order? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, let it be known by the saying of aye.
Aye.
Any nays? The ayes have it. Thank you so much. We're adjourned and we'll see you back at 7 p.m. for the council meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.